Hello and welcome to New Hampshire. We are here in the Gen 4 and here for another league race here in Gavin's League. Diet Dr. Pepper Series overarching Gen 4 League. I have done some qualifying laps here and I can't quite figure it out. We had a decent time, but this is driving really strange to me, and it's been kind of a learning curve trying to figure out this car in general. But I'm having a heck of a time trying to figure out how this thing drives. It feels like on my default settings, it feels like I'm driving like an inch above the track. It feels like there's so little
Okay, Colton, we've got
connection between the car and the surface of the track. I bumped up my force feedback a ton. I went down a lower steering ratio. It's something I've kind of felt on other tracks already, but then here it feels even more exaggerated, where it feels like I'm having trouble feeling the car and what it wants from me.
Green, green, green.
So this might be a little bit of a struggle.
Here comes your first
We're gonna do our best though. That was not good. Drove that pretty bad. I think I'm gonna take another run toward the line. I can't figure this thing out, man. Can't figure out where it wants to grab grip and what.
One more lap.
V6. The guy behind has just done a 30.7.
It's just so floaty. I'm having a heck of a time. That was a better 1 and 2 there. I mean, that's still about a tenth off my optimal. Doesn't feel good at all.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
I don't know if I'm overdriving it, underdriving it. I feel like it's speaking a different language to me, the car, and I can't understand what it's trying to tell me. It reminds me of driving the next gen car, weirdly enough. But, you know, it has helped a little bit for me to turn my force feedback up and lower the steering ratio to try to get more reaction out of the track and out of the steering wheel so I can feel what's going on. But I don't know, man. A big thing I'm gonna focus on today here is try not to kill the tires like I usually do. That's clearly something I've needed to work on, and it looks like, based on when I was practicing, we might get on the right rear. So I'm gonna try to focus on not sliding the car through the corners, not gassing it up too hard, and I don't know. I don't feel like I'm gonna get a good result in this one. I haven't felt that great in any of the Gen 4 races so far, and this is probably the worst I've felt. So, I mean, we're gonna give it our best shot. But wow, it is a struggle. Here I'm hitting a wall on the straightaway. It's not like a shifting situation, is it? I highly doubt that. Yeah, no, that's way too out of control. Oh my goodness. Billy up there in pole, about a tenth faster. He was looking really fast in practice, able to back it up there in qualifying. Still got a pretty solid starting spot, so I can't feel too bad about that. So we do a practice pit in. We'll be ready for that if we need to. Pretty straightforward here at New Hampshire. I have to wonder if I'm the only one. I'm gonna lower it a little bit, I guess, the force feedback. I have to wonder if I'm the only one feeling the way I am, or that's something a lot of people are feeling. But man, I'm having a hard time. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that right rear. Definitely more worn in the couple of laps there. It might switch over and get back to the right front, but I think we're just going to try to be extra smooth here. And do the best we can. Starting P4, we'll give a good luck all to everybody once we get started gridding. Got a pretty real nice field. Lots of people showing up for this one, which is really cool. Don't know how many that is, but it looks like maybe about 30. I guess we can see here in a second. Looking at the grid.
One to go. Next time by. You're on the outside this time.
Session last lap.
Right now.
How many people we have in this
The
race?
estimated strength of field is
32. So that wasn't too far off.
Keep it clean. The
Lots
DNF
of familiar names as always. Wish everybody luck. I'm a little worried that my car is going to do something I'm not expecting later in the run because I don't know how I'm going to be able to react to it since the car does feel so numb to me. If I'm going to be able to anticipate it properly and not get too sideways. Excuse me. So
Still waiting on 2 cars.
I think I've really just got to stay disciplined this time and try not to overdrive it. 71 laps of fuel.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
See if we go green this whole way. I'm not really sure what the racing's going to look like here. My assumption's going to be very clean. That's what you would hope for. But New Hampshire can be a little bit tough, for sure, especially with the loose on exit and mid-corner. Guys sliding up mid-corner. If you overdrive the entry, you can get some doors banging into one each other and get guys sideways.
Two additional sets aside for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
Got last week's winner Justin there starting
Okay, rolling starts. Follow
P2.
car number 4 in the outside
He's looking
corner.
really good in these Gen 4 cars. Billy on pole, and it'll be JP to our inside. So we're in really good company. Shane behind us as well. And I think I saw Gavin had a really nice starting spot too. Yeah, 7th there. He's always getting his 7s in that 77. So I'm just gonna try to get myself a solid finish here today. I don't think I'm gonna be fighting for the win. So I'm not going to drive like crazy trying to put myself out there in first or anything. That's kind of what I tried last week. Tried to get that track position, put myself in first, and ended up killing my tires and falling way back as a result. So today we're looking for solid top 10. Just get the best result we can get. Lots of room to the pace truck.
Time to do your job.
So we'll get going here.
Green, green, green.
Alright. Make it through turns 1 and 2. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not expect to get to the outside of the 34 there. JP's got a new scheme, or at least one I don't remember, one I don't recognize. Not really trying to do that there, but we do. I'm going to be very careful on that throttle pedal. We got a little bit of room already, which is interesting. Down. Try to be very gradual with the throttle pedal.
The leader has just done a 30.8. The car in front has just done a 31.0. The guy behind has just done a 31.1.
Car outside. Outside, clear.
New Hampshire can be tough too because there's a lot of different lines you can take. So you got to watch out for what other guys are doing. There's lots of diamond lines you can try to run. Cut down lines, which I think is what JP wanted to run, so I maybe shouldn't have put my nose there while he was trying to drive his line. I don't know. I'm just trying to run this second lane here. carry as much momentum through the corner as I can.
E4.
JP and I's lines are kind of coming together here, so we're kind of tripping over each other. I kind of feel bad about that. But it's just because we're kind of approaching two different ways. I like this gap we've got behind us, though. I did not expect to see that.
We're matching race pace.
Did not
You've
feel
just
very
done a
fast.
30.8.
Car outside. Outside, clear.
Just gonna make sure I watch where JP is and don't run him over or anything like that.
Alright, Colton.
Shane back there about half a
On lap
second
12.
behind.
It'll end on lap 67. That was 31.2.
Kind of cut back up to those first two guys a little bit, unexpectedly.
Car inside. Still there at the bottom. Clear inside.
I was able to roll that higher line a little bit there pretty well. Kind of check up a little bit more than I would want mid-corner. Just so I don't run into these guys. But it's probably preventing me from overdriving, so it's probably for the best.
Car in front is Phillips, car number 34.
Car still feels okay, I guess. It never really felt good to begin with, though, so it's hard to say, oh yeah, it feels good. Still feels pretty light. I'm really struggling because I'm kind of stuck here. But again, I don't want to overdrive, so maybe it's for the best.
Your lap time was 31.6.
I'm taking it easy behind some guys right now. I've always got that itch to just like go crazy and start trying to hit a fast lap, but it's not really what we need when we get a long race like this. Let's see how the handling ends up looking. Oh, as we got a pass going on.
Outside.
The driver in front of us is
Outside, clear.
car number 99.
We're able to get that done.
Car outside. Keep low. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Clear up top.
Trying to leave a lane for him there. I don't want to cut him off.
Stay low, there is a car on the high side.
He drives in so much harder than I do. It feels like right now.
Clear outside.
Alright, we will make a pass though. Cool, alright.
You're now in
The
third.
lap time was at 31.4.
Just gonna stick with that kind of second lane up line. See how it works out for us. I really like the corner that gives us mid in the middle of the corner.
Okay, Colton, we're matching race pace. You've just done a 31.2.
Just, again, have to be careful not to run over JP while we're running it. Ooh, he slides up quite a bit there, looking to do a diamond line maybe. 13 laps in. Car hasn't really changed much feeling in terms of handling for me. New Hampshire, one of those unique tracks that's just super flat. Don't got any banking, so really really unique feel when driving it. Don't have too many of these flat tracks anymore. You got stuff like Milwaukee Mile.
Caution, yellow flag.
And we got a yellow.
Want you in single
Alright.
file. Pit road is closed.
Under caution. Pit's closed. His car is out.
So we're gonna go ahead and pit here,
Car number 34.
even though it's kind of early,
Knack has spun off. Catch up to car number 34.
because we can make it on fuel now.
Catch up to car number 34.
And these races have a tendency to go very
miles per hour.
long stretches green, so this could be the last caution we get.
Pit road's open.
We'll have to be careful to take how we take future fuel, and it'll give us a chance to see what our tire wear is looking like so far, and if we're how we're shaping up to the competition if other people choose to share.
The lead car's pitting. Pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour. We'll fill you to the end of the race.
Careful, don't speed.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
9390. We'll share that.
Front right, 93%. Left front, 98%.
I have a feeling most guys are going to be on the right rear.
We're done. Get going. You only have one tyre depth remaining. They want you in single file.
Narrow on exit here. Gotta be very careful. Looking like we're probably... I missed a lot of those tire calls, unfortunately. Justin loses a couple spots on pit road there. We almost beat JP, but not quite. And then Shane, I think, probably had a 2-tire call. And then some no tire calls maybe up front.
Catch up to car number
95-92.
One lap to
Shane
green.
had better tires on both of the right sides.
Okay, Colton, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Maybe we could be a little bit more careful on the right rear, but right front not looking so bad overall. We'll be restarting 4th here. Nick on old tires. Nick Martin up there in the 81. That could really pay off for him. Shane presumably on 2 tires, unless he had just a crazy good stop. We'll have to be careful here. Getting around guys.
Green, stay focused.
Might only get around Nick Martin. I don't know if Shane might be able to hold on to that spot.
Race
Pace
car
car
has
is
just left.
off. Be ready.
Green
Green
flag,
flag,
racing.
green flag.
P4. Shane, car number 88, is leading the race.
Hit Shane to the inside of the leader. Ooh, Shane looking really loose on those 2 tires, potentially.
That was 31.6.
We're gonna be
Inside.
being taken 3 wide.
Stay high. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Still hold. Clear. 2 wide. Stay high to the car on the low
Navigate
side.
that.
Still there. The next car's the leader.
E3.
Clear inside.
Lap was at
Back in third.
21.3.
Keep hustling. Inside. Inside. 2 wide.
Phillips, car
Clear.
number 34, is now leading.
Inside.
Be very careful here. Got let Shane go.
Stay high. Clear inside. Car
Get back
outside.
down to the bottom.
Still there, hold your line. Clear outside.
Alright. Tense moments there. Navigating all that. Tried to hold off Justin a little bit. Not quite able to do it. We had a 3 wide moment there. Everybody did a good job holding it together.
Car outside. Keep low. Clear high.
Okay.
Outside. Clear.
Pulling really hard to the left there. Probably don't want to exit that low then. If we're getting on the right rear and it pulls that hard to the left, probably not wanting to do that.
That lap was at 31.2.
I didn't quite like that higher line like that. That was pretty nice. Wonder if that would be less rough on the right rear as well. Maybe we should run more of that.
Was at 31.2. P3.
A bit too low on exit there. Don't burn up my rears. Doing that. Still getting on the right rear a little bit too much, I think. It only takes a tiny bit of throttle to get some decent power out of this thing with how much horsepower it has. So I gotta remember that when even using just a tiny bit of throttle. A little bit goes a long way. I think I don't mind letting these guys get out there a little bit. Especially if they can get side by side. Got about a second back behind us. That's a Leighton back there.
Consistency, keep it up. You've just done a 31.3.
Feels like no matter what I do, it's really getting loose on the exit. Hard for it to not get on that right rear. I guess it's a good problem to have if you don't like driving a tight race car.
Your last lap time
Gotta
was
remember
at
what happened to me last
31.3.
week too, though. I was thinking, oh, maybe if I get on my right front, it'll feel better overall. But it just made it even worse. So let me not burn off my right front trying to even things out. That clearly didn't work last time. Gotta remember my goal here. Just trying to be smooth, trying to get a solid finish. If anything else happens, that's just a bonus. Gotta remember how tough this thing got to drive at Atlanta last week. That thing got crazy. I really do not want to have to wrangle a car that feels like that again. So let's be good to it this time. Still got about a second behind us. Pretty happy with that. Really have no idea how the handling is gonna react over time. Presumably it would get really loose, right? If it's going to get more and more in the right rear. But it hasn't really been changing too much yet, and it didn't in the first run. We didn't get long enough into the run to feel that. So I drove a little bit harder that time by accident. A little bit of cloud cover here, maybe giving us some more grip. Cool the track down a little bit.
That lap time was 31.5.
Ooh, that's a really cool track. Lots of cloud cover. I have to adjust my eyes.
That lap was 31.5.
Like when you turn the lights off in your room and everything's pitch black for a second, then your eyes adjust. Kind of had a mini version of that there for a second because of this cloud cover, making the track so much darker.
You've just done a 31.6.
VP out in the lead there, kind of taking a bit of a late apex line, it looks like. He was really cutting down on exit there. Almost driving toward the apron. That's a line I've seen people take here at New Hampshire. Yeah, there he goes. Very unique line that I've seen people take here that you can't really take many other places.
That was 31.4.
A little bit loose there. We're okay. Car just still feels numb to me. Like, I don't know, man. It's not even really feeling much different at this point. Maybe just slower in general because the tire grip's going away, but I still just feel disconnected from the track. Feels like they're getting away from me a little bit, but I'm totally fine with that. Because if I push, I feel like I'm only just going to get worse. That's what I've kind of figured out has happened, or will happen to me in these Gen 4 races. As soon as I start trying to push, things go downhill fast, so let's not do that. Stick to my plan. Smooth in the second lane. Gentle on the throttle on exit. 4 looking like he's catching up to JP there. Justin does.
Pretty consistent.
We're not really falling off much at all, the way that we're driving it. We're still getting green at the end of a lot of these laps.
31.4.
Now, is that because of under-driving it? Probably not. We're in third right now. So we must have some amount of pace. But I guess that we've got it back down enough, the way we're driving, that we're still getting some pretty consistent lap times. Ooh, got a little too loose there, though. We're actually pulling away from the guys behind pretty well.
0.8.
Billy's fallen back quite a bit. I'm not sure how or why, because he was doing really well at the start of the race. Maybe he's going for a little bit of a more aggressive tire saving approach. We might just end up watching these two race for the win, and I'll sit here with the best seat in the house. I mean, that wouldn't be so bad. It would be the shortest step of the podium if it ends up that way, but still the podium. I think that would be my best finish of the season so far in this league,
You're halfway home. Got plenty
if that were to happen, so I would take that every time.
You're reeling. Car number 4 in. The gap is now 0.8.
1.5 back to Billy. He is catching us a little bit at a time. So maybe he will be laughing as he drives past us in a while. With his much better tires.
Coming up on halfway here.
You've got plenty of fuel.
Coming up on halfway here, it says, checking my fuel, it says we have plenty, as I figured, because we are almost going to make it from the start. Definitely can make it now, after our pit stop. Which, those who did not pit, I think it was just Nick Martin. He's probably really hoping for a yellow, because I don't think he's going to be able to make it on the initial tank of fuel. Oh, Billy's catching fast.
The gap behind is now 1.2. That lap was a 31.6.
Those getting loose on exit. I think I gotta drive in harder. I feel like I might be underdriving the entry. We got a big wide track here. No harm in going up to that third lane, so maybe we'll do a little bit of that. Maybe it'll allow us to be straighter on exit. Okay, we'll try to get into that rhythm now for a while. See how that feels. We have lap traffic up there. Quite a few cars, actually. That's interesting. AP going further higher up the track. Ooh, now I'm getting real sideways on exit now. Really trying not to burn those rear tires up too much, but it's really hard not to.
Now 1.0 seconds.
Billy might catch and pass us, but we do have a large gap behind him, so we might be okay beyond that.
All right, Colton. Lap times are pretty consistent.
I'm pretty happy with how this is going, though, because I did not feel good at all while practicing. So to be where we are on track right now, I'm very pleased. Just over halfway in this one. We've done 47 laps. Billy looks like he's going to catch and pass us. Starting to get wiggly on the straightaway, which is not good. Getting flashbacks to Atlanta last week now. Not quite enjoy that. Feeling that that car had.
The lap time was at 31.7.
Gonna let Billy go. He's clearly much faster right now, so when he gets up to us, we're just gonna let it happen. Can't cut down like we want to right now.
That lap time was 31.7.
Car inside. Clear.
I don't know the best way to let him go without losing a bunch of time ourselves. I think he's waiting to find a method of attack here. Try to get around us.
Go ahead, Bradley.
Yeah, lacking that grip out of the corner. Lap traffic up ahead, bunching up the leaders.
Keep coming.
Car
Car
inside.
ahead is a lap behind.
Okay, this is where we let Billy go.
Okay, Colton, you've got half your fuel left.
Clear inside.
P4. That last lap was a 31.
Waiting for the right opportunity. That felt like a good time there as he got alongside us on exit. Taking a really low entry. That's interesting. I did not see him doing that before. I was too focused on what I was doing. I don't know if he was doing it in the rear view mirror. That was a very interesting line. All the way down to the bottom. That is really interesting. New Hampshire is cool in that way. There's so many different ways you can approach these corners.
99.
I'm gonna try that. That was faster than our last lap.
The gap in front is now 0.8.
We get around Allen here. Try to be safe about it.
Your lap time was 31.8.
Outside. Still there, hold your line. Clear outside if you want
You're
to.
low. Like that. Kind of slow. Tried to do an extreme version of what Billy's doing and didn't really work out.
The gap to P3 ahead is now 1.3.
Looking back at 4th place though, we still got a 2+ second gap.
Okay, Colton, the next car is 1 lap behind.
More lap traffic to get around here. That's Bradley on the low side. Rick next door to him.
Inside. Clear. Inside.
No trouble
Clear.
there.
P4.
Inside.
Lets us
Clear
go.
inside.
Thank you.
1 lap
I'm
behind.
running this higher line now, and I'm
Pitting from P.
liking how that feels at the
Keep your
moment.
car close in front. The gap to Roberts ahead is increasing. It's now 1.8.
Outside. Clear outside if you want.
Uh-oh, internet. I'm sure I cleared Charles. I wasn't sure where he went. Kind of lost track of where he was.
Alright, Colton, the next car is a lap behind.
Ugh, rear tire really giving me fits now. Let's do this big diamond. I'm kind of liking how that feels.
Your lap times are improving, this is good. The gap to P3 ahead is increasing. It's now 2.3.
Packet loss. Please stop. Don't like that. Trying to pay attention to the race and not my internet.
You've just done a 31.7.
Gonna get around Nick here. Oh man, it's really wanting to kill me on the exit now. Trying to find the right way to get around him.
Outside. Clear up top. Car outside. Still there. Hold your line. Clear up top.
Okay. Get clear of him.
The gap in front is now 2.7 seconds. The car ahead is 1 lap behind.
2.5 up the head to Billy. He has not yet been able to catch and pass those guys, but he has gotten close. Past the 5 here.
Outside. Keep low. Outside is clear.
The gap ahead is now 2.4 seconds.
Big diamond line. It's working pretty well, so I think I'm going to keep doing that.
Well, that was a 31.7.
Bit of a glitch there. I hope that doesn't mean I'm going to disconnect at some point.
Okay, Colton, the next car is Phillips.
JP all of a sudden showing up for us. I wonder if he had a moment. We got 14 laps to go.
Your last lap time was at 31.6.
This big diamond line's really been working for us. I'm happy to have found it. So I think it should do wonders. Seems like every time I do it, I get some really good green out of the corner.
We're setting the pace.
Setting the pace, fastest car on track. Alright. That's what I like to hear.
The
So
gap
let's
to
keep doing it.
Phillips ahead is Roberts, car number 99, is now in the lead. The car in front is 1 lap behind.
Almost overdid it there on entry, went all the way to the wall, but still got overall positive out of it. Kind of nice getting up here in the coolest part of the track, getting that grip up there. $11 to go. Be careful approaching lap traffic though. Can't run into the back of them.
Outside. Outside, clear. Got 10 laps to go.
They're catching these guys. But I don't know if we have enough time. Catching second and third, I don't know about first.
Okay, Colton, the next car is a lap behind. Gap to P3. Ahead is now
Inside.
1.2 seconds.
Ooh,
Clear.
I think that was just into the wall up there. I'm sweating, man. It really takes a lot of work on the steering wheel here to get this car to behave.
The gap in front is now 1.0 seconds.
Great run out of the corner.
That last lap was a 31.7.
Sorry, Elaine.
You're good.
Uh-oh, something happened. Keep it green. I want to see if I can catch these guys. JP losing all kinds of grip, it looks like.
The gap to Phillips ahead is now 0.8.
Just trying to drive in really hard without doing a 4-tire slide. Go up right to that limit.
It's going well.
Time's
Keep
pretty
at it.
consistent.
Lots of lap traffic. This could get interesting.
You've just done a 31.8.
You get past more lap traffic.
Car outside.
The next car is 1 lap behind.
Still there. Hold your line.
I don't know where he is.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Outside. Clear.
You've you've just done a 31.9.
Oh. 32 keeps it low. I really needed the whole track. Do the line I like. I gotta respect that he's out here racing too.
Car outside. Keep low. Go low.
Okay.
Oh my god, please, I need this.
Let's go.
2 to go.
Outside.
That lap time was 32.1.
Clear up top.
Just needed to go.
White flag.
We don't have enough time. We got one lap to go.
Oh, you're good, man.
White flag. One more to go. That lap time was 31.9.
Huge run.
Holy balls with a race. That was awesome. Great win.
Man, I tried to catch him. Why is my button not mapped?
Billy, wait, take care.
P4. That's it. We're done.
No, I want to say congrats.
Flag.
No,
It's
no,
over.
Why can't why isn't my button mapped?
Good one.
Great job. You did really well.
Great race. That was awesome.
That makes me worry that my microphone's
I
disconnected.
thought it was going to go green. I would have took tires at the pit
And
stop.
this race did not record at all. Uh-oh.
Sorry, Danny. Yeah, I had a feeling that we'd get a long run, so I went ahead and took them, even though
My
it was
mic
so
is
early, but
disconnected.
I'm
No
glad
one
it
heard
worked
that.
out. Great race. Hang on there, Ryan.
Who won? Billy. Great.
Sorry to get out late.
We're talking.
Sorry.
Ooh, I am sweating more than I have in any other race so far. Let me see if that recorded. I think it did. Oh, thank goodness. For some reason, iRacing disconnected me from my microphone, but I think the recording's okay. 55-55. That's kind of cool. Oh my goodness. I am out of breath. My hands are tingling. We kept it even. We were flying at the end, but just not quite enough time. Really liked that line I discovered, though, going really extreme diamond out to the wall and getting a huge run out of the corner. That second to last lap, I got a huge run when I was really going for it. I think it was this corner. Getting all the time on entry. No, it was in the next corner. It was on the last lap, the 1 and 2 of the last lap. I went up like 2/10 in the end. Driving down, carrying all the speed I could, going all the way out to the wall, and then just massive run out of the corner, trying to give it everything I had. We gained a ton on him, we just ran out of time. It was fun, though, trying to hold on to it, and then the last quarter we just ran out of grip. Tried to do something crazy. The only way I was going to have a chance is if I got some sort of monster run out of the corner or something. I don't think there was any chance, though, so that's alright. We got P4, which I am very happy with. Much, much better result this week, and I think we did what we needed to do. I feel like my tires were probably right along the lines of JP and Justin's, so 65-51-ish there. Justin's 63-62. That's really good. I don't think I actually had that, but but then I started taking that really hard drive-in line, and that kind of got the right front wearing out more, and evened them out by the end of the race. So I feel like I started pushing at the right time in order to make that okay, make that okay to happen. And we had a really big gap back to 5th Gavin would get the very solid top 5. So we had a lot of good speed, but just not quite enough speed for the top 3 guys. A couple more laps, maybe. Maybe we had JP, and only 3 seconds behind the lead, but Billy definitely did an excellent job. He was really good with the tires early in the round, and then he started pushing, and that clearly worked out really well for him. So very well done to him. We'll look at the incidents now. Move this camera a little bit. Here we are. So start 4th, finish 4th. Exactly the kind of solid, consistent day I was hoping I would get. Lap 9. Ooh. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Marius, I think. A little bit loose out of the corner. In that very cool Rusty Wallace scheme. And lap 14, Charles touches the wall on entry, not too much. Oh no, it's Nick! Nick brought out the yellow. What happened here? So, lap 14, he is fighting with Ronald here. Nick looking to do the thing he does every week and not qualifying, then moving up a whole long way. Oh no, that wasn't Nick's fault at all. That was Ronald way too off the wall. I think he got loose. Okay, so on second look at here, it looks like, yeah, he gets really loose out of the corner. He's like halfway down the track, and Nick, nowhere to go there. Looked like netcode, but they were probably going to hit anyway. And kind of that tail whip just sends Nick around. I think he and Ronald might have gotten into each other a time or two before. They've got a bit of a rival here going on, maybe. I feel like I've seen them run into each other in the past, but going through here, so what was that? Somehow Marius loses his nose under yellow? I guess it was just hanging on by a thread. And that is a nothing little wall touch. Oh no! Just 2 guys entering the corner, very different speeds. Thankfully, no one gets spun around there. Old Arca body, that probably would have sent him spinning. But moving on now. Now we've got green all the way to the end. So probably not going to see too much else. These might be tire warnings. And on top of just light little wall hits every once in a while. Uh-oh, they're coming together. Oh, he saves it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, that sucks. He was able to keep it out of harm's way, though. Go down there. Keep the caution from coming out, but that really stinks. That's a fun Kenny Schrader scheme, too. I assume that's supposed to be Ken Schrader with the Schwann's 49. He's probably my favorite NASCAR driver of all time. So that's cool to see. Allen back there. Looks like tires. And more tires. Nope, this is a wall hit. Solid hit for Maxime right there. Will we get anything else out of this one? Nick has moved all the way up to P13 after being the first caution. So he still managed to move forward throughout the race, as he does. Will we get anything else? I don't think we will. Already lap 74 right here. Oh, I think I heard a sorry for that. Ooh! Tyler nearly getting into a late in there. But he locks it up and thankfully prevents a collision there, because that was definitely going to be a bad one. It looked like Tyler wasn't able to get that to turn on entry as much as he expected, and he recognized it really early when he was able to save the 2 of them there. That was a pretty heads up to recognize the car was not going to turn like he needed it to, and it was probably going to end in disaster if he didn't course correct. It was me really trying to catch JP there, and I really wanted to run that line, but I couldn't because lap car ahead, and obviously that's not his fault at all. I've got to be respectful of other racers on the track, so I can't just drive the line I want to drive and expect them to get out of the way. I know there's some drivers in official lobbies that race that way. They're like, I'm going to run my line no matter what, and if you're there, I'm just going to plow through you. But that is not how it works. So we are patient, get around him, and then try again. And that will do it. Good to see Chad able to make it to the end of one. It feels like he's got a lot of bad luck. I remember he didn't make it very far at Atlanta, and it looks like he was able to make it to the end of this one, so that was good to see. So P4 for us after a P4 start, especially with how I was feeling in practice, not feeling great at all. I'm definitely happy with the end result. And speaking of results, we will look at the race result page in just a moment here. Make sure that it is visible for you. Here we are. It was a 29.64 strength of field on official racing, so nothing beyond that, but fastest lap right there. That's from Justin. No points awarded for that in this series, unlike the Xfinity series. But we do the lap led and most laps led. Unfortunately, we didn't get either of those, so no bonus points for us today. But that's okay. We still got a very solid 4th place finish. And these guys ahead. Most laps led for JP. So he's got the same points as P2. There, Justin. And of course, Billy, the winner, going to get the most points of all. As we go through and see the rest of your results. Eric with a solid top 10. I know he's always going to be competitive in the championship. Nick there, solid P13 after his troubles there when he had a run-in with Ronald. And that will round it out. So while we're here, might as well look at the championship points. We're not going to be near the top, but might be looking okay-ish. We'll see, I guess. Here we are. You can see that, right? Let me make sure. Yes, you can. It is Justin still out in the lead. He has had that last win, last race, and of course a solid finish in this one, but JP hanging in there as well. Gavin there in 3rd, and we will be in 4th. So looking pretty solid. We're pretty far back from those top 3 guys. Gonna need to string some more of those these solid finishes together to get back in the hunt for the overall championship. But this is a good start. Get things back on track after a rough last week with a top 5. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Definitely an intense experience at the steering wheel. Every lap it was a fight to keep the thing going strong and fast. And we fought ourselves to a top 5. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good one. I will see you next time.